again, welcome to Thal University's session. Dr. Dey, please carry on. Let's have a big hand.
Thank you so much. And very good morning to all of you, because it's to everyone. Hello. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Can all of you hear? They can hear you. They can hear you.
They can hear.
Yes, please carry on. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let's start. So basically what I'll do today, I believe that some of you may know basics of the overleaf, but definitely I will start from the very basic. So first 1 hour, I will try to give you an idea of how to write something. And then next half an hour, we can do a quick workshop and then practice session. So I think the bandwidth is not my video. So again, it's very lovely to meet you all. And let's start the session. So I am sharing my screen. It's saying sharing is not turned on. So I think you guys need to accept my sharing request. Yes, okay, perfect. Like I said, thank you for the introduction. So and it's use different kind of typesetting programs and different for the whole document into a PDF document. And then we can do different kind of custom. My example, if you are writing IEEE format papers. So that way, basically, you need to write different kind of IEEE class files, different kind of structure. Their referencing are different. So based on that, basically, you can customize. So the next is, what are the steps involved in writing the LaTeX? So we will open a project template. So I have already shared a project template with some of you, I think, or maybe all of you. And once you open the project, you will see there are a couple of things already there in order to just to get an idea how to include the figures, how to include the tables. And then if you wanted to practice with me while I was showing, so that also you can do. And then definitely we need to first add the document class. So without a class file, we cannot run any LaTeX file. And once we have the document class, then we need write packages. So for example, in order to include a figure, we need graphics package. So these things basically we need to know. Then next is the format. So for including figures, specific format for including a table. So we need to set the formatting, and then finally we have to add the bibliography file. So bibliography file also we can do two different ways. So I'll show you the most efficient way. And yes, so these are some useful resources. So definitely Overleaf is very rich online tool which actually help us to write the LaTeX file, right? So Overleaf is basically a tool. And the best part of Overleaf is the document support. The Overleaf document support is really rich and it has so many information. So it's not possible for us to kind of, remember everything, right? So we need to kind of go and Google search. So if you stuck anywhere, if you wanted to add something new, so go to the support page, and then definitely you will get a lot of ideas and help from there. And the next one is templates. So for example, like I said, the IEEE, SVR, Springer. So different journals have their different template already uploaded in the Overleaf. So you can actually download one of them and then straight away start working into it. And the last one is sometimes Overleaf is online tool, right? So sometimes if you have a struggling with online or internet access, so you can always download this LaTeX software, which is called Maitreyee, and you can also do the same work. You can write the same LaTeX file using the Maitreyee software. So these are kind of useful resources that I have provided for you. So please feel free to use them whenever you need. And if you want, I can share this PPT after the session. So let's start with the LaTeX now. Okay. So this is our Overleaf login page. And let's start from the beginning. So how we can actually create a new project. So click on the new project and directly click on the blank project. So once you click on the blank project, they will ask you to put a project name. So you can write any project name. So for example, so I just testing example. So once you create that one, it will automatically bring you to this page. So what this page is, the left hand side is basically your writing page, and the right hand side is that is automatically compiled and generated with the basic writing phase. And on the left hand side here, basically this is your main text file. So whenever you create a LaTeX file, that will actually create a text file. So dot text extension file. So this panel is basically your panel where actually you can add so title name is already generated based on the project name that I have LaTeX. The main thing is like these are like you can think about as a function, right? So different functions have already pre-settled or preloaded into the LaTeX, and then you just are kind of calling them. So whenever you curly braces, basically you can add anything that you want. So for example, now I want to edit the title. So I'm kind of changing the author name to my name. Okay, so let's recompile. So this is the button where you have to recompile, and if you want to auto recompile, So that means whatever the changes you are going to make on the left hand side, it will automatically uh, right? So you can see as the author. Okay. So now once you have this beginning page, you can actually start your document. So this is like okay, within this starting and closing function, let's say. Okay, and then this is a make title command, which is actually helping us to show this title information comment. So how to comment this one? We put a percentage sign in order to comment any line. So that will not become visible. So now see, the moment I have commented this make title line, automatically the title and author details has been removed from the PDF, right? So this make title important. Have and then we can have introduction. So you can basically keep on adding as many as section you want. Okay, so and let's say for okay. So you see, because I've already selected auto compile, so I don't need to do it whenever I'm making a. You can actually add a section. It's simple. It's the same name, and then within the data. So if you want to add more subsection, what we need to do simply, we just need to add sub. Okay. So for example, sub, and then section. So here we can write data pre-processing. Okay. So you can see that. Okay. So you can see that the section 2 has been created here. I think, can you just mute there because it's kind of echoing? Okay, so this is like the introduction section. This is data collection, another subsection within the introduction, and then there is another subsection has been created within the data collection section. Okay, so this is how basically you can create different subsections. So now let's go to the next step. So for example, how to add bullet points. So here on the top, you can see there are so many different kind of functions is already given. So let's look all of them. So we can, so these are basically has been done just to help us in order to write the different file. So let me just quickly download something because otherwise you won't be able to see it. So for example, right. So for example, I'm just adding few sentences, let's say. Okay. Okay. So now, for example, we want to add different bullet points. So for example, it can be normal bullet items or it can be numeric as well. So let's see both of them quickly. So the itemized one, so the just bullet dots is called the itemize, and the numbers one called enumerate. Okay, so now how you can actually add different items. So let's have a section name here. So let's call it section bullet points. Okay, so how we are going to add different items. Let's say this is one item. Let's say this is another item. So what you need to do in order to add a new item, just slash and then use item space and then add the particular, right? So we can do the same thing here. Just copy and then paste, and then you can see that. So now you can see within the bullet point section, you have two different kind of bullets. One is the dots and one is the numbering. So whatever you need, you can go and you can use that one. Okay, so let's move to the figures now. So here on the top, you can see insert figure. So I have already downloaded one or two figures. So click here and then it will ask you whether you want it to from your computer or already which is already there in your another project. So let's select from another project. So I need to select a project, so which is, oh, there are so many. Let's go back. So insert a picture. Let's go from upload a computer, which is easier for me. So I have selected one figure. So once you select the figure, please click on this two checkbox, include caption and include label. And then you can choose any of the size, right? So full width means full width of the whole text with length. Okay, so I am just selecting 0.5 and clicking insert figure. So once I click insert figure, first thing you can notice is on the left hand panel, this figure is already being uploaded at the same time. So your left hand side panel, you actually can see how many files you have added into this project. So now you can see that this figure has been added here. Okay, and the width size is 0.5. So basically you can change this size, whether you want a big one or you want a small one. Okay, and what is this? This is a caption. So for example, the below figure 1 is the caption. So you can write anything. So for example, this is a figure of a tiger, right? And this is called label. So that means it will help us to cross-reference this particular figure into our text. So let me give it a name like fake tiger. Okay, so now you can see that the figure caption has been changed. And so for example, you want to cite this figure within this text. So how you're going to do that? So click space and then here you can see that insert cross reference. So when you click this one, it will automatically called one function which is called ref. So that means it is doing the cross referencing. Because we have only one figure now, so that's why you can see only one option. So when you have 10 figures, you can see all the 10 figures here, and then whatever you need here, you can basically select that particular figure. So I'm clicking this one, and once I click this one, let's go back and then see. Yes, so data, so we need to write something. Data shown in figure, right? Yes, so you can see the data shown in figure 1. Okay, so this is how basically you do the cross-referencing. So now the figure part is done. So we will quickly go to the subfigures. So what the subfigures means? Subfigures means basically you are having two figures into one figure. So subfigure, you cannot find the shortcut of subfigure. So what you need to do basically, you need to go back to the Overleaf support section And then when you go there, we will definitely get the help of the information how to add different sections. Okay. So let me copy a code. Yeah. So basically, I am adding two different figures together. It's showing some error, which is fine because we need to have two different figures for that. So let me quickly select the file that I want to add. So, okay. So what kind of error is saying? It's saying that the environment of subfigure is undefined, which means that we need to add a related package which is supporting the subfigure. Okay, so what is that? These are the two packages that generally we need in order to add subfigures. Okay, so now you can see that this subfigure has been added. So again, don't worry about if you don't know these things. You can always go to the Overleaf help and then you will definitely get all the information there. Okay, so come back to the figure. Okay, so this is our subfigure. What we have actually done, so basically we are actually positioning them into the center. Then we are adding its size length, okay? And then we are actually adding the particular figure. So you can see this name and this name is same, right? And then we are adding a caption, we are adding a label there, and then we are ending our first subfigure. So within a figure, basically we are having two separate begin and end subfigure. This is for subfigure 1 and this is for subfigure 2. Okay, so where we basically have another figure and then its associated caption and label. And at the end, basically we have a general caption and general label for the whole figure, which is figure 2. So now let's see, we want to change the referencing here. So what it's showing, let's quickly check. Now you can see so many options. So I'm going to select this last one and then see what happened. So you can see here that the figure number has automatically changed from 1 to 2. Okay, so basically this is how you can do the cross-referencing. This is how you can add different figures. This is how you can add subfigures. So quickly, I just want to show you if you want to increase the figure size, what will happen. So for example, I'm putting it as a scale 8 and then here also scale 8, right? So you can see the figure size getting bigger. Okay, so this way basically you can make it bigger. So now let's come back to other important part, which is tables. So how we can add tables. Again, go back to here, you can see this is our insert figure, which we already have asked you to, okay? So once you define the figure or sorry, table size, let's say program for you, okay? off. So while moving this caption at the beginning. And table it ML results. Okay, so now you can see this table has been created. So now if you want to add different lines, how you can do that? So you basically need to put this sign. So these C means these are three different columns, okay? So you basically can add different lines. So the way you add it, keep on adding your vertical lines. But if you want to add horizontal line, so for that one, I think it's H line. Right. So you can see the horizontal line on the top has been added. And similarly, you can do the same thing at the bottom. You can add a H line here as well. Okay, so basically this is how you can create your table. And if you want multiple lines inside, you can do that as well. H line, H line. See? So this is how basically you can create a table. Now, let's say you want to actually add a front page, for example. Okay, so going back on the top, I think here, actually add. Let me quickly check. So this is how basically you can check. Okay. What actually? Okay. So basically, this is a support for Overleaf, right? So whenever you're stuck, you just come back here and then you can see a lot of information there, okay? And then you can actually get the help from there. So I want to add a table of content. So I am copying this one and pasting after the make title. And then let's see what is happening. See, a table of content has been added here. So based on how many sections we have, it is automatically created the content for us. So what you want, you can actually add a new page here, I think. So let me quickly check slash page. Yes. So you can see the table of content actually created in a new page. So you can do the same thing in order to make them into the new page. Perfect. So basically this is your title page and this is your content page and this is your rest of the document, right? The way you have created. Now you can see quickly, just to tell you that table one is here, right? So because its position has changed and we don't want that. In order to fix its position, what we can do actually, we can here put HT. So what is HT? It's basically fixing its position where it belongs. Okay. And there are definitely different ways. So now you can see that table has gone to the bottom instead of the top. Okay. So basically this way you can add the positioning. So quickly recapping. Okay. Bold. So you want to bold this one. Click here. It will become bold. You want to make the italic font. So you click this one and click here. It will become italic font. Okay. So yes, you can see this modernization has become bold and this building energy management system become italic. Okay, so what we covered, quickly recap, we have seen how to add different packages. We have seen how to add title authors. We have seen how to begin and end the document, how to create table of content, how to create different sections and subsections, bold, italic, different thing. And then we have seen bullet points. We have seen how to do the numbering bullet points. We have seen different kind of figures and sub-figures that we have added. We have seen how to add tables. And now we will see how to add different equations. Okay. So here you can see this little button for insert math. So click here. You can use the display one. So the difference between displays basically basically just the equation you are showing into some of the discussion of the text. And the inline is where you are basically using some specific little mathematical sign within your paragraph. Okay, so these are the difference. So let's use the display one. So when you use this display, this kind of pattern will generate, and then within this one basically we can write our equation. So for example, equal to MC's square. In order to write the square, we need to use this cap, and this is our square. Okay. So going down, you can see that equation has been created. So this cap we use in order to do the, what it's called, I think it's called superscript. And if you want to add subscript, you have to use another thing. So let's again use another equation. So I am using the same thing. So this. Now you can see that this subscript has been created. Okay. So basically, in order to use the subscript, you need to use this underscore. And then in order to do the subscript, superscript, you need to do this cap. Okay. And now quickly, if you have more than two values in order to put in your superscript or subscripts, as for example, sometimes we need 1 comma n, right? So how you can actually do that? Then you need a curly braces. So let's say you're using 1 comma 2, and then let's say. Now, I don't know whether you are able to see it properly or not. So now you can see that this one is only become the subscript, not the 2. If we need both of them in order to become there, what we need to do? We need to use a curly braces there. Now you will see that both of them become the superscript. Now if you want to do the same thing here, so it's straightforward. So you need 1 comma 2, right? So you can see both of them have become their superscript. And now if you want to use a different kind of equation symbol, so let's say infinity. So basically what you can do, you can click on this one, which will actually open a symbol palette for you. So if I click here, so you can see there are so many different symbols, and then you can choose any symbols depending on your requirement, right? So for example, I'm choosing the infinity. Right. So you can see that this symbol is already here. So now you have learned how to add equations and how to add different symbols. So one quick thing here just to add that you cannot see a equation number. Okay. So if you want to add equation number, can you just mute, please? Yes. Thanks. So once you see this equation, so there is no equation number is generating along with this one. Okay. So in order to do that, what you need to do, you cannot use this simple way of inserting the equation. So here what you have to do, you have to use begins. begin equation. And then you actually can put the whole thing from here to here. Yes. So now you can see that this equation automatically have a equation number. Same way, if you do the same thing for the other one, so you can see it will become another equation with the equation number of 2, and then it will automatically actually keep on adding. Okay. And then also you can basically cross-reference them whenever you need them into your text or into your paragraph where you are actually describing. So this is basically kind of, I have covered everything. Just one thing is remaining, which is your referencing. Okay, so how to add references? So in order to add references, what you actually need to do, you need to actually add a different reference file. Okay, so for example, here what you can do, you can create a new file, right? And then basically, so for example, if you have already saved information from your Zotero or Mendeley, you can actually import them here as well. Okay, but I haven't have any for now, I think. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new reference file. And then whenever you are creating a reference file, remember the extension is always bib. Okay, so bib means bibliography. Okay, so once you create this one, your reference file has been created. So here basically you need to add different BibTeX information. So what you can easily get it from the Google. So for example, I am actually adding one of my paper just to make our life easy. Okay, so I have added one reference file, let's say, and now I want to actually cite this paper into my text. So what I need to do first, what I need to add the bibliography option here. So how we can actually do that? So basically we need to add two things. One, we actually have to add the bibliography file that we have here, which is our ref file. Okay, so this is the ref. This is exactly the name of this one. Okay, so if you change the reference, for example, if you change the name, it's not gonna work. Okay, so what you need to do in that case, you need to also rename this file so that it will work. Okay, so you need to actually add this bibliography function and then add the particular file that you have already generated as a bib file. And once you add this one, you need to actually add a style. So the recommended style is plain. So we will add this plain bibliography style. So these two things basically you need to add here. Once you add here, you can see that the references is already has been added, but you cannot see any references. Why? Because it's not cited within the text yet. So in order to cite the reference, let's come back here somewhere in the middle. Let's say, anywhere, let's say here. Okay. So what you need to do, you can basically use this button. See, insert citation. So if you click here, you can see that automatically cite function has been called, and you actually can see how many references file you are added into your reference bibliography file. If you have 10, you can see 10 of them here as well. Okay, because I have only one, I can see one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select that one. So once I select, now it's recompiling. See, now you can see the references. Okay. And then if you go up, you can see the reference file here as well, which has been properly cited. Okay. So the more file you keep on adding, for example, now let me quickly add another file for you just to give you an idea. So for example, I have added this one. Going back here again, I want to add the citation. So now because I have added two of them, you can see these two of the options here. So I'm going to add this one here It's recompiling. Now it's question mark, and now it become 1, and this become 2. Okay. So these are our 2 files. Why this file has gone before? Because it's basically sorting the file alphabetically. Okay. So what we can do, we can actually change the sequence as well. So that for that, again, we can go to the Overleaf and then we can check how to actually do that. And for example, if I select actually, so for example, here I have selected plain. So in order to change that sequencing, I can use unshort. Now let's see. Now you can see the way you have actually added the referencing within the text here. So Rana is before and then they. So the way you have added actually the way it has been sequenced, right? So it's not basically mixing up. Now it's 1 and 2. And what happened if you change the sequence as well? So for example, I'm putting day at the beginning somewhere here. Now you can see that this one become 1 and this one become 2. Okay, and according to that one, the sequence has been changed as well. So there are different styles. Basically, it's like a Harvard style, that style, IEEE style. So they have different paper format have different styles, and based on that, you basically find out the information here, and then you need to keep on adding, and the style will automatically change. Whether you want the numbering one, whether you want as a alphabetically formatting. So this way, basically, you can add your different bibliography files. So this is kind of end of my session. I just want to quickly show you one thing, that if you click on the new project, you will see this templates. Okay. So if you click here, journal articles quickly, so you can see hundreds of samples here, right? And then you can basically search IEEE. And then you can see the IEEE formats are here. Okay. IEEE official templates. So if you select any of them, whether it's a conference one, whether it's a journal one, so for example, I'm selecting the journal ones, and then you can click as a open as templates. So once you've done that one, you can see automatically that file has been to your Overleaf profile, and then you can see the most of the structure is already given, most of the class file is already given, most of the packages is already given, and then you can just start writing your content. Okay, and then different, so you just need to edits whenever you feel. IEEE format article project is already added to my profile. Okay, so I am doing the stop sharing now. So if you have any question, or if you wanted to go for a quick workshop, or if you have any issues, we can definitely discuss now.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Dey. I just want. Thank you very much. I just want to add one thing here. First of all, thank you for very detailed talk. That is related to, I mean, take on from this point, your university, like many universities, others, universities in the world, they have their bachelor's, master's, and PhDs standard thesis template available as part of Overleaf. So this is absolutely possible that one or two people from this university, they can take the responsibility, and later on they can publish their templates on Overleaf, and they can refer to their students. So this will increase the synchronization actually. Thank you. That's all from my side. Over to you, Dr. Chinawal, please. Thank you.
Okay, from the participants, if you have any question, so I will just bring the mic, so you can have the question regarding today's hands-on session. So if you have any question, you can just let me know. I think that's all. Huh? So
I think what we can do is, what we can do is, I mean, if no one has any question, maybe we can leave for 10-15 minutes open. You can try out few examples, and in the middle, if you have any question, we have already shared with you the file. So, I mean, we can stay here for next 10-15 minutes, and anyone has any question while they're trying different things, so they can definitely ask. Yeah, please.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah,
Yes, sure.
definitely. That's what I was going to request. Let us spare some 20 minutes. So after then, if you have some questions, you can ask after some exercise if you have. So you can have 10 to 20 minutes to, you can see, you can have exercise. And then if you will have a question, just let me know. I will be there.
Yeah, I think I will suggest on that one, ask everyone to at least add 2 of their any images into the overlay file. So then if you're stuck anywhere, we are definitely here to help.
Yeah, I think I agree with that approach, that if you try adding one image, creating one table one by one, and maybe you have a question. If you are comfortable, that is of course wonderful.
Actually, we had today some severe problem with the internet. I don't know. I mean, it's from the back end, so that's why there were some interruptions too. So, but I mean, we have actually handled so far. So that might be the reason. I mean, people have discontinuities, So this is a problem in our at our side, It's not a problem actually. So
No, that's fine. I think it has been good. It has been good.
yeah,
Connectivity has been good. No problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would request. I mean, on the behalf of today's participants, that if they can contact after the session. I mean, with the resource person or Dr. Bilal, I will request you. If they will have any question, then they can write to you guys, and can you please assist us in such a way?
Yes, yes. I think that's a good suggestion. Maybe we can, if there is not anything after 10-15 minutes, we can conclude this session. And following that, any one of you, if they want to, learn something new, or they want to develop some template as part of the university strategy or process, and of course, it's a point that where you can start this activity by teaching others, because uh, one of the best way to learn the overleaf is one thing, that you write at least one paper, one document in that. One complete document, it will, definitely make the things easy for you. So that's something you can try out. And in the middle, very good resources are available. And for your bachelor's, master's, and PhD students, if you can develop the standard templates, even you can, one student, you can make him responsible, and he can carry on. I mean, of course, over the time, the versions will be developed, updated, and it's an ongoing process. I think it's very, very good. That's all.
Yeah,
We are happy to support.
I think initially the people who are learning first time the overlay, especially the latex part, so they need a lot of exercise. As far as I know, when I started in the very beginning, it was a bit harsh, it's a bit hard. But Overleaf actually make it very simple, and it was not like, I mean, when we were doing 10 years ago. So it was a nightmare, to learn the LaTeX.
Yeah.
Now Overleaf make it very simple, as I learned today. So I think they need exercises, and then they need to spend time, and then they will. I mean, they might have. I hope so. They will have many questions. So yeah. So I think we should give them a space, and then they are actually doing right now the exercises. Okay, so they
Okay.
might have some questions. Okay, I have one question. Not it is not concerned with the technique, I mean, which we are learning right now. It's some kind of general question. So I heard that that might be a necessity for the researchers. They must use LaTeX now in order to publish their contents. So is it true? I mean, it will replace the MS-DOS files or any other techniques which we are using, or it is just another companion, another different companion for us to submit their paper, and with the help of these tools we can submit papers and so on. So could you please let us know what is the importance and significance of Overleaf?
So I think if I may answer the question. So basically, in simple words, the answer is no. So I think most of the journal, like big journals, IEEE, Springer, Elsevier, they are still accepting Word file as well, right? But why Overleaf is special, which is basically, I think, making our life easy as a researcher. So it is helping us in order to make a track of the referencing properly, a track of how to actually resize the figures. So I think what I struggle most using the Word is resizing the figure, adding multiple sub figures all together into one page. I think that was really a struggle. Still, we can add the referencing, but like I showed that how the referencing is actually altering the numbering automatically. You don't even need to think about, okay, one is before or two is before. Oh, I have added 30 references and now I am adding five more references in between of the 30. Then it is like a nightmare. Like you said, the previously, I completely agree with you. And I am also using LaTeX like I think more than last 10 years. So yeah, now this overleaves is actually making our life so easy, so that student actually can learn, or whoever is the newcomer in the LaTeX is they can learn very efficiently and quickly actually. So yes, so the first question, no, there is no such restrictions. I think I have known as far. You can use Word file as well, or you can use LaTeX file as well. But the main purpose of using LaTeX just to make our life easy, so that we can make keep the track of whatever the update we are doing in the file. So that is like making our life easy. So that's my kind of answer for that.
Okay, Dr. Dey, thank you very much.
I,
It's very fruitful for us. I mean, especially this part, because I was a bit confused, because I heard a lot about the journals that they are actually replacing things up. So yes, this is actually yeah, I understood now that you have clarified everything. So second thing, yes, I also think about this. I mean, if I will focus on that LaTeX approach, or now the Overleaf, it is actually making life easier. So even, I mean, we are using, most of the time we are using the Word, MS Word, most of the time. So that is not actually straightforward sometimes, especially whenever you are arranging the references and so on. So you have to go back and forth, and there are a lot of switchings and so on. But I think this, if we learn properly that Overleaf, it will make things up very easy and speedy. So yeah, that will be one opportunity. I mean, if
So let me tell you a story actually quickly. So I actually have a student in my class. So I was teaching their data analysis. I have one student from Pakistan. Okay. So the guy actually write all his coursework, not even on normal paper, all his coursework in LaTeX. So I was so impressed with him, and I actually, his name is, I think, some Muhammad. So anyway, so he was so good. And then when I actually asked him how you are writing all your coursework in LaTeX, he said, "Ma'am, in our university, it was, I think he's from Lahore somewhere. So he said in our university, it was mandatory to use LaTeX. So he completed his bachelor's there in Lahore, and then he came here to do the master, and he learned LaTeX in his bachelor's. So he said, no, it was mandatory in our university that you have to use LaTeX for writing your BSc project as well. So that's why he said, I am like stunned why people here not using LaTeX. So so that's kind of situation. I think there are also so many people are already using LaTeX, and some of us like we are promoting so that more people can use now.
Yeah. This is one of the example. I mean, here in Bhakkar, so we are far. I mean, far flung, from Lahore and from any centralized city. So this is opportunity for the faculty members, especially. This is one opportunity for us guys, because mostly these people have no interaction with the LaTeX before, as far as I know, because there might be some people here who have used the LaTeX before, but I don't think so, because when I was in PhD, I first encountered with the LaTeX, So, yeah, so that is these are some new things. I mean, which we are introducing, right, for our concerning our students and the faculty members. So that's why this is one of the opportunity for us guys, that we can get acquainted with the LaTeX and through Overleaf. So that is actually one
You
kind
know,
of.
I just want to add one thing very simple here. Using the technology is very important. I always give one simple example. If a document is 20 pages long, normally a journal paper, with 40 or 50 references, different images, and you have to manage that document in the Word. And the person who is using Microsoft Word, he is very expert in using that. And the same person or the other person is very expert in Overleaf, right? Or any LaTeX editor. So you give them the same task, you see how much the quality of the document and the time required. It's going to be, quality is much better, time is very less, management is very easy. I know that publishers, it's not recommended, not compulsory to use Overleaf template, but it is going to happen that in the near future, not 10 years, maybe next a few years, they will strictly say we are going to accept this template. The reason is why, because after these large language models, it's very easy that you can generate the LaTeX code, right? And you can simply add into the Overleaf or other tool, and you can use them. And even they are one of the advocating thing, strong advocacy they are providing is that they are providing their Overleaf templates actually. That is something, showing clearly that they are moving to the next level, because Microsoft management is not very supportive as compared to the Overleaf or any other such editor. So that's why, of course, the motive behind is we should learn the technology and we should use the technology and later on develop the technology.
Yes,
Those are my
definitely,
thoughts.
Dr.
I
Bilal.
think if you have any question, we can ask. Otherwise, we can.
Yeah, definitely, Bilal. Dr. Bilal, this is actually one another thing which I felt when by looking on Overleaf, that they have. I mean, in the runtime, you can have the templates, or I don't know if they also have tutorials, but in my quick view, I saw that there are many templates which are readily available, and you can use. I mean, for your purposes. So that is one of the best thing which I see, because which I cannot see such templates in Word as easier as I can have the on the Overleaf. So also, I mean,
Yeah.
I would like to request to you and Dr. Dey that if there are some further material or tutorials which you can recommend us, or other resources if you would like to recommend us, so the people can use that resource, those resources along with their exercises, and it might be more useful, more beneficial, you know. So could you please recommend us something like that?
I think sure. Uh, for now, I am just sharing. Can I actually share here? No, just a second. So I'm basically sharing all the links with you, and definitely, like, I think, the way Overleaf is actually structured, the support, their support page is really, really useful and very detailed. So if you go one by one, you will find everything. So I just shared a couple of the links with you, so you can find different templates, you can find different support information there as well. And so definitely, like, over the time, if I get any other kind of tutorial videos or any other tutorial page, I will definitely share with you so that you can actually, become pro in Overleaf writing. Sure, I will do that.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Dey. I hope
Yes, I
that.
think this is always good, and I will recommend that to kickstart with the Overleaf. The first thing is, if you are planning to submit any paper in academia, start your first paper there, right? And it will take some time. The first document will take the time. After that, things will be very much easy for you. This is the beginning, because usually the IEEE conference papers, they are very small, right? And 6 pages, so that always becomes easy for that. Uh, and these are the two things you can try out. I think this is okay. And as part of this, I will take the advantage of sharing something. If I can be the host regarding one of our special issue. If someone belongs to the field of, let me, let me, yeah, I'm putting in the chat. We are, organizing a special issue in MDPI electronics. If you plan to submit, it's more than welcome. You can share your thoughts. It's on smart technologies. Just give me a second.
Yeah, yeah.
And the good part is you can directly use the MDPI LaTeX from the
Yes,
Overleaf. It
yes,
will be
yes,
very
yes.
easy.
This is yes. Of course, of course. Let me just share the link in the chat. Yes, this is our special issue. We are the deadline is still open by mid of January next year. There's the chat. If anyone interested in, so that is one thing. And the other thing is, we are also hosting two conferences. One is on 6th. Dr. Basic, please can you share the details of the conference if people can join online? Of course, we have the second day of papers online for the FICTA. Then I will share details about the FICTA, if you can share, please.
Sure, I just shared it. So basically, we are hosting this conference next week, Friday.
Yeah,
So if
and
anyone
Saturday, yeah.
interested, yeah,
Yeah.
this is a free
And
conference.
yeah, and we have another IEEE conference coming in October at London Met. I would also like to share, if you can submit here, the demo papers, short papers, and the long papers. So this is the third thing. Still, the deadline is there. You can submit demo papers, short papers, full length papers in the IEEE. The proceeding will be live on the IEEE. It's the 8th edition. So three different opportunities to publish we shared. One is the journal publication, one conference coming. The deadline has passed, but still the opportunity to join. And the third is, the deadline is still open. The conference in the October. So any contributions are very welcome. So yeah, that's all from my side. Thank you.
Dr. Saab, in addition to
Thank you.
your announcement, I have also shown them the link, and the web page of that journal and everything. I mean, and also requested them
Thank you.
to please participate, because it will be also an opportunity for us guys. Yeah, and we should participate in that activity. Any questions? If you feel that you have any question after this hands-on tutorial, hands-on session, and after this discussion, because from half an hour, I think we are just discussing things up. So if you have any question, generally or technical question, so you can ask from these experts. If you please. LaTeX. Everybody is, I think, either understood 100% or nothing. As I said, I'm just joking.
No.
Yeah. So I think that's
No, I think.
Let's sum up today's session.
Thank you. I think they need to work out with one paper. It's very simple. You don't just practice it. You just start writing your first paper. That's the thing you can do, and you can carry on with the activity. That's what I would suggest. Yeah, that's what I would say. So
yes,
Yeah,
thank you. Thank you
I
very much.
think they have our email ID. You guys have our email ID, Bilal's email ID, my email ID. So if you like really trying something to write good thing, so please feel free to contact us as well, and then we will try our best to help you as much as we can actually. So that's not a problem, right? And
Yeah.
yes, thank you so much. I really like. I'm sorry, actually, I couldn't get your name. Can you just tell me your name again?
Yeah. My name is Dr. Shanavar Niaz. Shanavar, you can call me Shanavar.
Our Miaz. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like you, the way you are, talking, the way actually you have a good sense of humor. So thank you so much for
And
hosting
hopefully
me
next
here
Thank you
month
today.
very
in
much.
July. In July, yeah, thank you. In July, we will get a chance to see each other in London Met.
Yeah.
So
Oh
I mean,
yes.
of course, an opportunity. Hopefully, yeah,
Thank
in
you very
July.
much,
Yeah,
Dr.
that will
Dey.
be
Thank
wonderful.
you.
So
Thank you.
nice of you. So
Thank you.
nice of you.
Thank
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
I,
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a
on
good
behalf
day.
Take care.
of
Bye bye.
Thal University, I
Bye.
thank you all once again. Have a
Thank
good
you.
day.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
You too. Thank you. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.